Hello, Lenexa for Life here, bringing guys a brand new video, and today we got a bit of a different one. So, one of my buddies went to the Lenexa regional a little bit ago and took his Nekroz with him. He loves Nekroz, like, a lot. Anytime that he gets a chance to play Nekroz, he's playing it, and it's pretty much the only deck he does play. So, he decided to take it to the regional, and he got 27th with it, and has asked me to do a deck profile with it. He has sent me a bunch of his thoughts and everything, and like what the end goal of it is. So if you guys are curious to see how Nekroz can work and function in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, it is a pretty good build. This dude basically only plays Nekroz, so if there's anybody who's gonna break Nekroz in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, it's gonna be him. Shout out to him. His name's DJ, or at least that's what everybody calls him. So let's get on with it. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and cover what the actual cards in the list are. He's playing one Archward Christia, which I'll explain here in a minute. He's got 3 Senju and 3 Manju. Those are your main searchers. Of course, being able to search out any monster or ritual monster or spell. 2 Surrey Strategists of the Nekroz. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of surprised he's not playing 3, but I guess the ratio works out better. 3 Gale Dogra. You get to pay 3,000 life points and send a monster from your extract to the graveyard. 1 Trishula. Pretty much standard Nekroz stuff here. 2 Nekroz of Valkyrius. 3 Nekroz of Bionic. 2 Cyber Angel Benten. This is another weird one, but however it makes sense because if she's tributed, you can add a 1 Light Fairy from your deck to your hand. So then you get to search out Archer Christia or Senju or Manju, whichever one you need, and you got multiple ways to tribute her. You can tribute her for a ritual summon, or you can tribute her for Valkyrius' effect, which is probably what you mainly want to do, so you get to draw and a search. And then you get 1 Unicorn, because he's at 1, and then 2 Nekroz of Colossus. Basically all standard stuff here in terms of the Nekroz stuff. And then we got 1 Rhoda that can search out Colossus or Surrey. 3 Pot of Indulgence or Pot of Extravagance, whichever name you want to go with. The deck doesn't really care about its extract other than using these 2 here, so, along with Ragna Zero, but really honestly just these 3 here, and you play 3 of each, so you lessen the chance of banishing all 3. And then you got 2 Full Smash Burial. You pay half your life points and send a monster from your extract to the graveyard. And then you cannot set spell or trap cards during the turn to activate the card, but that doesn't really matter most of the time, so it's well. And then we got 3 Preparation of Rites, not 1. So yeah, Preparation of Rites is very, very, very important. Then you'll search out almost all your deck and grab back a ritual spell from your graveyard. 1 Mirror, 2 Kaleidoscope, 2 Cycle. Mirror is the worst one. Kaleidoscope lets you use dudes from your extra deck, and Cycle lets you revive a ritual from your graveyard. All just pretty much standard stuff, I would say here. And then 3 Called by the Grave in order to stop any kind of hand traps or shenanigans with that. Then with the extract, the main important ones is Entes, Hero of Arclight, and Ragna Zero. These 3 are the 3 main ones in terms of like the deck and what it does. However, Ragna Zero is really also really good with me Starboy, so you kind of need both, but I digress. 1 Emerald to be able to recycle your guys. 1 Abyss Dweller to handle with your opponent's graveyard effects. 1 Outer Entity Nyarla. This is a really interesting play that I used to see the old Ygopro dual AI do a lot of times, is that you make him, and he uses effect to detach 2 to attach Herald of Arclight from your graveyard onto him, and then if Nyarla goes to grave or next turn you get to detach another Xyz material, and then you can be able to use good old Herald of Arclight's effect again. So you get multiple searches off the same Herald basically, which is pretty stupid. And then we got 3 Mii Starboy. For the side deck, 3 Nibiru, 3 Raw Sphere Mode, 1 Pankratops, 3 Retaliating Sea, 2 Twin Twister, 3 Evenly Matched. The big thing is that since this deck is designed to go first, you need to be able to decide to go second, and that's what the extract is made to do, is to handle going second. So just being able to, play through a hard board is kind of important. Now, here is what he says about the deck. The goal of the deck is to go first and summon Christia as soon as possible. I can do it with 2 cards if I open Dogra, otherwise I would need 3 cards if I open Senju or Manju. I run Ragnar Zero to facilitate the combo, hence why there are 3 of them in the extract. I need it in Star Boys, so I can't afford to banish all copies of Extravagance. Going second, I would manually side out 3 Senjus and take the normal summon count to 6 and put in cards according to the matchup. It's a super consistent deck with one goal in mind. Oftentimes I can end the board on 1 Christia and a Valk, so if my opponent can't out the Christia, I can turn off Christia with Valk and go for the OTK. So that's really the big thing, is that you want to summon Christia, lock out your opponent from being able to special summon. Then if they can't out it, you go over to your turn, and then you just get rid of the Christia using Valkyrius, which is pretty good. Like, this deck is super consistent. He can get this combo out like basically every game, and if need be, you can just, you know, make your deck a bit more going second focused with the you know, going second if like you're forced to go second in a round 2. So all in all, this is a super consistent build of Nekroz with one goal in mind that is just solely focused on stalling out with Christia until you can go for the OTK, which is a pretty solid strategy. It's one that he's been working on for a really long time, and it's been working out really well for him. I mean, he made it to 27th with the Lenexa regional with freaking Nekroz in 2020. So I think he really just deserves some props for that. So what do you guys think of this deck profile? What do you guys think? Like, what would you change? Do you agree with his options, like his choices and everything? If there was anything that you would want to change around with it, what would you do? Leave your recommendations down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Peace out, and see you all later. Thank you all for watching the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And see y'all later.